Ah, this show. It gives me goosebumps every single time I watch it. The way they and OU hate each other at first, then become friends, then their innocent friendship and care towards each other gradually turns into deep emotional connection. It's just so unbelievable to watch. Although enemies to lovers is an old trope, but their take on it was so refreshing and intriguing to watch. The jealousy, the confusion, the all-consuming nature of their love captured viewers' hearts and made this series the best of the best in the BL industry. They and OU were best friends in childhood, but the competitive spirit between the two turned them into rivals. Years later, both of them meet again in a Chinese language class. This meeting evokes complex and unstable feelings between them. Beloved in House is a love story between a cold-hearted and tyrant director Jin Yoo-jin and his subordinate Shile. Shile hates Yoo-jin at first because of his cold demeanor and unsociable personality. All the employees in the office are angry at him for enforcing the no dating rule in office. He has abolished dating and romance between employees in the office, leading to a unanimous hatred for the standoffish director. But when Shile starts living with Yoo-jin, he discovers that the director is still hurt from his past relationship. He looks cold and distant on the outside but is lonely and unhappy on the inside. As Shile and Yoo-jin get closer every day, the initial hatred seems to die down and love starts to bloom. Sean has known only one Black, the Black who is cunning and ruthless. This new Black bothers him. The empathy and kindness the new Black shows bothers him so much that he becomes unsure of his feelings towards this new Black. Sean is suspicious at first because Black would never even flinch seeing him get beaten or hurt, but this guy is different. Why he so caring towards others? Why so righteous? Why does his face seem softer and gentler than before? Sean could barely stand to be in the same gang as Black before, but this sudden change in Black makes his mind go crazy. What is this feeling, this attraction? Slowly Sean realizes that this feeling is love, a love that will change him forever. Not Me is a story about twin brothers Black and White. After Black is brutally attacked and in a coma, White decides to assume his personality to take revenge on his attackers. Ever since Gao Shide came into his life, Shui has always ranked second to him. Be it academics or sports, wherever Shui competes, Shide is there to win against him. Ambitious Shui can't stand being second best to Shide, hence he has developed a hatred towards Shide. Little does Shui know that the reason why Shide is always around him is because Shide is in love with him. Shide finds a way to keep Shui around him and they both begin to come close. But Shui is confused. Why is Shide so kind and caring towards him? Shouldn't he feel threatened by Shui? Where is his competitive spirit? Until one day Shui comes to know the real reason for Shide's fondness towards him. Shui couldn't understand it at first, but when Shide left him alone, he missed him. He missed how Shide used to pamper him and care for him. He missed the closeness with him and ultimately realized that he too has feelings for Shide. Two people who are supposed to be enemies, they work for rival gangs, can't help but love one another. When a renowned hitman, Flying Dagger, starts dating gang leader Wild Dog, love blooms without them revealing their secrets to one another. Until one day when Flying Dagger was sent to kill Wild Dog. Will he kill his enemy or surrender to his love and reveal his secrets to him? Long Time No See is a beautiful love story between two lonely souls who meet and complete each other. Although the theme of this series is dark, the series is very sweet, sexy and heartwarming. Yuan Chun Cheng is son of a wealthy businessman. He has two half-brothers. Yuan Cheng has a Korean mother and a Taiwanese father, but he spends most of his time in Korea to look after their businesses there. When his father announced that he has a fourth son somewhere, Jun Cheng and his brothers are tasked to bring that son back. His father also announced that whoever brings his lost son back will receive the position of the CEO of the Yuan conglomerate. Jun Cheng's eyes light up. He finds the so-called son of his dad. This son's name is Lin Chun. He's a poor but happy-go-lucky guy who has recently lost his mother. Lin Chun does menial odd jobs and always helps people around him. Jun Cheng hates him because he is yet another competitor in his father's business. And Lin Chun also hates Junchang for forcing him to go with him and get his DNA tested. One is a haughty chaebol while the other is a poor ordinary man who hates rich and arrogant people like Junchang. There is one problem though. Junchang's heart beats faster when he is around Lin Chun, and he secretly wishes that Lin Chun is not his half-brother. Junchang's dreams come true when it turns out in the DNA test that Lin Chun was indeed not his half-brother. Now love can finally blossom. Two individuals who are by design supposed to be enemies and hate each other can't help but fall in love. Honest police officer Xiao Fei is committed to finding the culprit behind a cold case. Tangi, who is a lone survivor after the death of his gangster godfather, takes over his position and becomes the new boss. Tangi wants to find out who is behind the murder of his godfather. Xiao Fei keeps track of Tangi's every move and slowly becomes obsessed with him. One day while escaping the attackers, Tangi and Xiao Fei get lost in the forest. That's when things started to change between them. Tangi initially hated the bothersome Xiao Fei who keeps questioning him and hounding him everywhere. But the more he knows about Xiao Fei and his innocent honesty, the more he can't help but fall in love with him. Xiao Fei initially was just curious about Tangi's whereabouts and his involvement in the cold case, but slowly and surely he found Tangi more and more vulnerable, lonely and sad, and he wants to protect Tangi and provide him with love and tenderness. Xiao Fei and Tangi's love story will forever be etched in the fans' hearts. This is just a beginning of the series. I'm going to bring you many more interesting tropes in this series. So please subscribe to my channel to watch more videos like this and give it a like to let me know you enjoyed this video.